Hello friends, welcome to How to VLAN channel. This is TV VLAN stream. Today in this video, we are going to talk about Alma Linux 9.3. I mean, when I say the title says installation, but we are going to talk about it. Since we are going to talk about the various RHEL alternatives, and among them, which one I choose and why, and how to install it as well on the VirtualBox. So the installation is the target goal, but we are going to talk a little bit more about it, just not about installation alone. As usual, we have this agenda for this video. Alright, for Linux 9, which one should I prefer? Oracle, Alma or Rocky? Which one should I choose? Because anyway, RHEL made CentOS as an upstream product. It's a stream OS anymore. You can still download CentOS, but it's kind of a beta release of RHEL. So does it offer stability, robustness, as like RHEL? A lot of question marks. So I prefer to stay away from CentOS now because I wanted to test what I will be using it in my enterprise. I want to test a product for my stress testing, benchmarking, and my lab. I wanted to use a product which is more stable and robust. And I will be really using it in my live platform. So I would prefer to choose one of these products. And Oracle has provided a very good PDF about which of this is a very good alternative for RHEL. From version 8 itself, CentOS 8 itself has become a stream. So CentOS 7 was the last stable release of CentOS. So since then RHEL acquired it, it made it as a stream OS rather than a stable release. So here Oracle claims Oracle, as far as it goes, Oracle says Oracle's Linux is much more a better alternative compared to Alma or Laraki, but you may have your own thoughts. But look at these two references if you wish, and you make your own decision. And why I chose Alma? I know about Oracle Linux a bit, I know about RHEL a bit, so I wanted to try another product. So I chose Alma because I don't want to stay out of the market if Oracle also starts claiming the support fee for the Oracle Voice version. So I wanted to have an alternative already available and I know about it. So that's the reason I'm choosing Alma. And why I chose over Rocky Alma version, because I was going through multiple blogs, both Rocky and Alma offers same sort of bug to bug, 100% compatibility, everything. But I prefer Alma because of my own preferred choice. But you may have a different opinion. It's up to you. And do they provide a repo? Yes, they claim that you will use EPL repo, which is provided by Fedora. And do they have a community? Yes, do they have a community, and it's here, so you can take a look. Yeah, so it's here, and then how to download it? You go to this URL and you will be able to download it if you wanted to download it in a traditional way. But there are other alternatives like curl command and using repository itself, you can download it as well. And how to validate the downloaded binary? You go to this YouTube video which I have already uploaded. It's a shorts video which is a 1 minute video length. In Microsoft Windows, you'll use get hash function, get file hash function to get the SHA sum value. That's in summary on how you do it. Okay, let's go to this PDF first and see what you get. This is the PDF I was highlighting. The winner of the best CentOS Linux replacement is Oracle Linux. It's up to you to decide, right? And and then this is where you downloaded the where you can download the Alma Linux. So you can see here. You go to the Alma Linux website. Go to Google, type Alma Linux. It will take you over here, and then you will see Intel AMD x86-64, which is normally our desktop. And if you have a mobile processor kind of architecture, which is ARM64 and Mac OS, I think maybe there are ARM64, IBM Z, and Powerly. And then in Intel, you will get this all these icons you want. They're offering even the background images, but I prefer to install it from scratch rather than relying on the background image. And you can see Alma Linux OS 9.3 DVD ISO. This is what I downloaded. All right, and let's go to the next one. So you now know how to download it. Do they have a community? Yes. So this is where I said Alma Linux background boxes, but I'm not downloading it. This is where I said they have a repo. Yes, they have a repo of RPM. So you can see here they're using CentOS name itself. So so it gives more confidence that it's a CentOS alternative. All right, and then the Linux. This is the community. If you just go in here, general discussion, for example, I go into to log out session after inactivity. It's wonderful that they are offering, say, 9 days ago, someone posted it, and after 4 days, they gave a response back. This is what you get in case of community edition. One of them posted on how to actually hide timeout inactive session. Okay, this is kind of a normal Linux admin operation, but still the community is supporting them. This particular discussions. It's not specific to Alma OS, also generic discussion they're doing it. So someone discussed about Alma Linux versus RHEL. This is you can see here aligned and binary compatible with RHEL. This is where I said and free forever enterprise grade operating system. This way I'm choosing Alma Linux, and I'm going to test all the tools which I get in Alma, and I'm going to verify if they are the same in RHEL, like vmstat onwards, everything vmstat, top command, and what else, whatever you get with as part of your benchmarking or understanding the voice better. So I'm going to see everything if they resemble fine with RHL or not, whatever I use in my day-to-day activity. So yes, so they have a community. You can go and raise your questions or concerns there and perform the installation. That's our next step, and I'll take a minute here and I'll walk you through that. Thank you. So we now do the installation. So we saw which Linux to choose via Alma Linux, and is Alma Linux providing a proper repo? Do they have a community? Where to download the Alma Linux ISO from? And how to verify the downloaded binary integrity? All that we saw. Now it's our time to do the actual installation. My ISO files are kept here. So let's start the VirtualBox for the installation. It'll take a minute. Right, and click on the new machine, and then for the new machine I'm going to give it as Alma 93 base OS, because this is my base setup on top of which I will actually have all my C virtual VMs is good enough for me. The ISO images kept in this location. So this is where my ISO file is kept, and I don't want an unintended installation, because it says for this Red Hat 64-bit OS the installation can be done unattended. I'll show you what it will do. See, it's getting the username and password and the domain name and the name of the host name. Everything it automatically populates, and guest addition too. But I don't want, I don't want this to automatically happen, because if you run into an issue, then you very difficult to troubleshoot. So for the first time, let's skip this unattended installation, and then let's move forward. Alright, this is the physical memory of the machine. It's 2 GB and it's allocating 1 CPU. And it's asking you to create a virtual hard disk of 20 GB in size. Yeah, I'm fine with it. And you have an option to do a pre-allocator. And what is meant by pre-allocate? If you click on this button, 20 GB will be formatted in your hard disk and allocated to the machine. If you don't click on this, then this pre-allocation will not happen. Which means that whatever size this machine is occupying, that's what it will be given to the machine. Say for instance, 2 GB, 3 GB, something like that. But if you do a pre-allocate, all the 20 GB will be given from your hard disk. It's a thin provisioning sort of thing for me, so I'll not do this for now. And then I don't have any existing hard disk, or I do not have any virtual hard disk already. So I do not want, I mean, I wanted to add a hard disk anyway. So because I have some other tasks to do later. And then, so now we have a summary. This is our machine name, folder name, where our virtual machine will be kept, and then ISO. Its OS type is Red Hat 64. Unattended is, I don't want to do it. So, alright, let's finish it. It's powered off. Now let's start it. So it's going to boot it from the ISO image. You can see here the machine is powering up. Let's give it a minute. Alright, so the options we have is install Alma 9.3 and test this media and install Alma 9.3. So we can choose among this. So let's test the media and install Alma 9.3. So this media test is going to take some time. Just want to show you this and then I'll skip it forward. You can see here it's 538 and in 1 minute let's see how much percentage it can do. 12.9. Yeah, it's quite fast. It's not even a minute crossed it, but it already finished 25%. It depends on your hard disk throughput. So I don't want to click escape because I wanted this media to be verified anyway. It's 538 still, and it already finished 40%. All right, it's almost finished, 98 or something around like that. Okay, it's done. It's now going into the further checks. Let's wait for it to finish. Right, it's now really into the installation. I'll probably will make another video on how to do this unattended installation as well and how does it look as well. Right, installation logs are kept under /m during the installation. Shell is available in TTY2. Okay. I got a cursor now. If I click here, fine. And I'm okay with the language preferences. Let's continue. Keyboard layout is US. And yeah, let's continue. Takes a minute, yes. Localization, keyboard in English UK, it automatically detected now, changed I guess. Local media, installation destination, automatic partition selector. We had only one hard disk, isn't it? So this is the hard disk. No disks are select at least one disk to install. Okay. Fine, that's selected now. Automatic storage configuration. Additional space available. No, let's make all this as default configuration. And this is the root partition. There will be one file system root and then /var/temp. Everything will be carved out of here. So let's select this now. I think this exclamation mark should go away. All right. So language support time and date. KDump is by default enabled, it seems. Host name. I'm going to keep all this default. Root account is disabled. User creation, no user will be created. I just want this to be enabled. So I keep very simple password. Right. Done. Alright, asked me 2 times. Maybe the additional security they have enabled. All these are done. Let's begin the install. It's doing the swap. Okay, root file system, a dev mapper. This is, I think, the root BG. Alright, let's. Okay, it's downloading some additional packages. The size of the binary was around 1 GB, 1.7 or something like that, but still downloads a binary. It downloads packages. I'll do an M update as soon as the installation is done. So I may go from 9.3 to whatever the latest is. I guess 9.3 is the latest, but I'll still try to do it. And I'll let you know if it is a different version. So I think it's gonna take some few minutes. So let's pause here for a minute. Alright, our installation progress shows it's completed. Now it says Alma Linux is now successfully installed and ready for you to use. Go ahead and reboot to start using it. Alright. Use of this product is subject to ULA. Okay, fine. Let's reboot this system. I clicked on this, yep. Let's wait for it to boot up and come out. It's taking a bit. I think I have a GUI. Let's see. I don't normally install the GUI, so somehow I think I chose. I normally do a minimalistic installation, so I think this one is having a GUI, but it's still okay. Just another 1 GB of storage base. I'll let it complete. So this is the stuff we are in. While the virtual machine, yeah, it's loaded, and you can see this Alma Linux logo here, and start the setup. Yeah, okay, this is Mozilla Firefox. I'll skip my account. Right, I use an enterprise login. Okay, previous. Okay, I'll finish this one up later. So I'm just, because I'm going to use this as a box, so I will not set up anything here. Right, so enterprise login, domain username and password. Okay, fine. Anyway, I'll just try to skip it for now. Test use. So it needs one additional user account other than root for it to work. So that's the reason it's not allowing me to continue. But I have enabled SSH. So fine. Fine anyway. It's okay. That's it, I think. Maybe it's taking a minute. My cursor is not moving yet. So it's still slow. Give it a minute. Okay. So it should show me what each box is. Let's go through it, get an overview. Alright, so this is the tab. Okay, good. Okay. Upgrade. Fine. Alright, fine. So it's Shamrock Pampas Cat. Okay. That's the name they gave for this version. Like how you got Lollipop and then others for Android. So they're calling it as Shamrock Pampas Cat. Okay. Fine. So this is good. Let's give it a minute. And if I can start a terminal. Fine. So here you go. I have the terminal. Let me see if I can find out the IP. So the IP it got is 10 to 10.02.15, but this will not work. So I need to reboot this. So this is a NAT IP. I need to assign an IP. So I see here, for instance, I'll just show you. If I ping Google, it will work, but I cannot connect to this IP from my local desktop. I need to assign a port number for to connect to this machine. Uniquely identifying each machine by unique port. That's how I can reroute this. So to give you an example, if at all I want to connect to this machine, I have to go in here, go to the settings, network. So this is the NAT interface, port forwarding. I need to add a port. Host IP is always going to be the same, 10.02.15. Isn't it? It was 10.02.15, right? Host port 22. The guest IP will let 127.0.0.1. It's our local NAT. And we say 2233, some port number. Alright. Now if I connect from here, 2233 and 127.0.0.1. Let's give it a minute. Still not allowing it. Fine. I'll just check the preferences. Right. All these are for private interconnects only. Nothing. Okay, NAT. Zero enabled. Okay. Fine. I think I'll figure this one out. But I know it works with with a unique port number I can assign, then it should ideally allow me. And it's possible that this particular port number is blocked in my firewall too, in my voice firewall. So that also I need to take care. I'll probably do another video on that. For now, I guess this is it. We wanted to install the OS, and it's installed, and it's available here. So if I want to check the OS version, etc Red Hat release. As you can see, Red Hat release is giving Alma Linux 9.3. And okay, so the root file system in XFS format, so it can do a thin provisioning, and it did thin provision. And you can see it's all developer coming from one disk, which is this SDA, I guess. It's there will be only one disk assigned, which is SDA, and that's 20 GB in size. SDA1 is 1 gigabit, which is a separate partition, and SDA2 is Linux LVM, and this is 17 GB and this is 2 GB. So two different file systems are created, one for the root, the other one for the swap disk, which is 2 GB in size. So this is the amount of memory we allocated, 1 GB, and swap 1 GB. It shows, I guess, 2 GB, 2 GB and 2 GB. And CPU, we allocated one CPU, you can see here. So it's one CPU. Until now, everything looks good as we set it up. And so this is one physical disk, SDA2, and it is assigned. That's 19 GB together. And there is two LVs out of it, which we just saw now. Right. Fine. And then so SDA1 is root partition, which is boot, and SDA2 is having two LVMs assigned, and that's swap. Alright guys, so this is it. So we got the Alma Linux 9.3 installed successfully. Hope you enjoy this video, and probably in the next video I'll show you how to do the VirtualBox guest edition. Thank you everyone. Bye.